Yo, what up, boxing world? It's your boy T-Dub with Blazing the Sports Morning Edition. Yo, wake up, everyone. Hope you had your coffee, your juice, or whatever got you going. But as we inch closer to this Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux fight, very huge fight, very good year for 2017. Want to touch on a lot of predictions, a lot of polls. He say, she say. Who do you think? Who do you want to win? Well, I put up a poll yesterday. 22% of the people felt Lomachenko would win by KO. 22% thought Rigondeaux would win by KO. 22% thought Lomay would win by decision, and 34% picked Rigondeaux to win by decision. Now, from other sites, other interviews, I definitely want to touch on this, touch on a little bit more, maybe get a little deeper into it. Why people pick the person they want to win outside of either just sheer you want that person to win. Basically, if you're a Rigondeaux fan, even if you feel he will lose, you want to win. The same vice versa with Lomachenko. So some people was asked, and I'm going to try to go through each one of their picks, who they thought would win and why. One person picked Rigondeaux will win. He claimed that the weight class really doesn't matter. Skills pays the bills. And in this case, Rigondeaux should win. If you agree with that, you can let me know by commenting below. Or if you oppose it, you can do the same. Another person was asked between Rigondeaux and Lomachenko, who does he favor? He said Lomachenko. And people always says, or some people say, in his case, and I believe Floyd said it as well, a good big man will always beat a good little man. Will that be the case come fight night? You let me know. But in a lot of cases, guys, that is a true statement in some cases. As you look at Kell Brook. Kell Brook probably brought more skills to the table versus Triple G, but sheer size, sheer power definitely gave him the edge in that fight, and also made it a cracking eye experience for Kell Brook. But you can look at other cases. Andre Ward versus Chad Dawson. Chad Dawson actually moved down and got defeated by Andre Ward, who was a naturally smaller man. So another person was asked, Rigondeaux or Lomachenko. He picks Rigondeaux. He's a harder puncher. And he points out Lomachenko opponents in the past have been afraid of him. They were mentally defeated before they even stepped in the ring. Now, I can also say, in my opinion, from some of the fighters he fought, the way that they fought, the lack of seemed like the fight in them, that some of these guys was actually defeated before they even stepped in the ring with Lomachenko. And all Lomay had to do is what Lomay do, pulling off his matrix and surely walk away with the win. Next person was asked, Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux, who do you pick? He says Lomachenko. He says Lomachenko is more hungrier. He wants that #1 pound-for-pound status. He's fresher. Basically implying maybe he got less wear and tear on his body, maybe basically off of age. But his thing was younger, fresher. All right. And there's another guy I asked, he picked younger as well. In this actually particular interview with several people, Lomachenko definitely won out. A lot of people is picking Lomachenko to beat Rigondeaux, but you do got Rigondeaux and Rigondeaux Nation out there is telling you, whoa, not quite so fast. Anything can and will happen come December the 9th, but who are you picking? All right, so there's another guy who picked Lomachenko. He says he's just too big for Rigondeaux. He would start out boxing, and after a while, he would just impose his will and impose his size on Rigondeaux and push to the victory, maybe even late round stoppage. What do you think about this, guys? What do you think? I mean, honestly, that comes right back to the Triple G, Kell Brook. Kell Brook was looking really good, having early success against Triple G. Kell Brook was just, I mean, he was landing some good uppercuts. And then when Triple G said, you know what, I'm done boxing this guy. I want to beat this guy up like he's my little brother who stepped out of line, and he did just that until the corner said enough is enough. Here comes the right towel. All right, so let's see. What else we got, guys? Another guy picks Lomachenko. His skill, his technique, his footwork is going to give him the edge in this fight. And with this one right here, for me, it's you know, it's really hard because I see his skills. I see his technique. I see his angles. I see his footwork. And they are superior than most people out there doing it right now. But some of the things he does can line him up to get counterpunched by Rigondeaux. So I'm not sure if that's an edge, but you know what? It could be, because we never know how these things are going to match up into fight night. Guys, stay with me. Stay tuned, because at the very end, if I can remember, because this is 100% live on a very short break at work, trying to give you this stuff, as much information I can about this fight before it happens. So you can always go back, look at my videos on this fight, piece it all together, and hopefully it's a whole pie that I done pieced together, video by video by video. Subscribe. All right. Another guy just believed Lomachenko, he can crack Rigondeaux's code. Yes, Rigondeaux is a great fighter. He has a really good left hand. He has nice power. He has really good defense. But Lomachenko, he just has the skill set that he can turn once left, turn a couple of times past the number right, turn back left to the number, and crack Rigondeaux's code. Do you believe it? You know that locker. That's the old school lockers. Is it left, right, left, open up, something like that? I don't know. All right, so actually, guys, in this interview, it was almost clear. There's only 2 Rigondeaux people that believe he can win it. But I'm also give you my breakdown. Another person figured Lomachenko can win this fight. Basically, he was kind of really undecided. He said, who really gets off first? Who throws the more punches? Who throws the more this? Basically, he was saying things that Lomachenko does. Lomachenko is the more active fighter. He is the more volume punch fighter with combinations, and Rigondeaux is a more of a calculated counter puncher, sharpshooter. It just is what it is. Another Lomachenko, he's just too big, too busy, too active. He rig it up a few. All right. The last guy, basically, he just goes off what they put out there. Rigondeaux has been dropped before, and he's been dropped by smaller opponents. Now he's stepping up to Lomachenko, even though Lomachenko is not known for having that type of power. Remember, Lomachenko actually fought at, was it lightweight as an amateur and moved down in weight, so he's a naturally bigger person. And even though his power at the natural bigger size is not really being imposed on people, maybe that will be different versus Rigondeaux because he is a naturally smaller fighter. Excuse me, guys. Like I said, I'm getting over, or not getting over yet, but still fighting pneumonia. So every now and then it chokes me up. But let's get back to it. Let me give you my thoughts. Let me give you my thoughts on this fight. Who I think holds the edge. Who I think will win. Anything that can come to my head. Okay. Who do I think has the edge in this fight? Lomachenko. He is naturally bigger. He has faster hands and combinations. And some of those shots will be able to catch Rigondeaux. He has, the commentating is going to be on the side. The crowd is going to be on the side. The promoter is going to be on the side. And overall, boxing, things that have to do with boxing is going to be on the side. Rigondeaux is going to be fighting an uphill battle just to even get to Lomachenko, just to even fight the fight. And then hope that the judges is not biased and call it like they see it. You know, if he loses, he loses. If he wins, he wins. Let's just get a fair call down the middle. However the chips lay, that's however the chips lay. I believe Rigondeaux is going to try to pull off another Nonito Donaire performance. Nonito Donaire was a very active fighter, very good fighter. At that point, almost untouchable fighter. Some people want to rank him right up there with Mayweather at that time. And then he fought a Rigondeaux who had very little fights and very little professional fights and a ton of amateur fights. And Rigondeaux went out there and literally beat that guy like he stole something. Almost when Mayweather told Artur Gatti that I'm going to embarrass you in front of your home people. And he went out there and just did that. That was very similar to what Rigondeaux did without doing all the talking. Rigondeaux just went out there and schooled him literally, slipping and sliding angles, shots, popping between shots. And I think he's going to try to duplicate that performance. But now let's just get down to it. Who do I feel, me personally feel, who will probably be favored in this fight? I feel for a lot of people, and include myself, that Lomachenko will be favored to win. Or at least he should be. He should be favored to win based on everything that I said before. Looking at his skills and just looking at in general how he has been pushed to be successful. If it came down to a decision, and if it's a close fight and it comes down to a decision, I don't think Rigondeaux is going to get the nod. Even if you thought Rigondeaux won by a round or two, I just don't think he's going to get a nod. He's going to have to be clear win, a clear, decisive win for Rigondeaux for him to actually get the nod if it comes down to a decision. He has to move up 2 weight classes. He is a smaller man facing somebody who at this time is, 8 years younger? Is he 8 years younger than Rigondeaux? Something like that. So he is going to be the favorite. But the thing is, I think Rigondeaux does have the skills to pull off what I'm going to consider an upset because of what he has to battle before he even gets to the battle. Rigondeaux, because Lomachenko, a lot of people say this is a strength for Lomachenko. He comes forward, he's very aggressive, he throws a lot of combination punches. And that is good. And it works for a lot of people, especially people that got slow hands and they shell up. Basically, when you shell up, you just can't see the punches. You just tuck your hands up and you go into complete defense and you let the guy do what he want to do. And you get shell shocked and you just can't pull the trigger to fire back. Well, with Rigondeaux, the one thing about Rigondeaux is he is so calm. He's going to watch everything. And he's going to look to shoot in between shots. He's going to look to shoot that left hand in between shots. And if he's successful, because he's very accurate, he has really good timing. And if Lomachenko get caught jumping in with one of those shots and they get hit by a Rigondeaux left hand, I would not be surprised if Rigondeaux set Lomachenko down. I wouldn't be surprised if he knocked him down. Not saying knock him out, but I wouldn't be surprised if he knocks him down. But guys, it's your boy T-Dub. I got to get ready and go back to work. Hopefully you got something out of this morning edition of What's Blazing in Sports. And we're out.